Very good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to learn about multiplexers, decoders, flip-flops and its type, and master-slave flip-flop. What is a multiplexer? Say suppose you have more number of datas, you need to pick a single data means you can make use of this multiplexer. That is, the objective of a multiplexer is to select one signal from a group of 2 power of n inputs to be an output on a single output line. That is, multiple inputs, single output line. For example, 8 to 1 multiplexer is shown below, whereas there are D0 to D7 input lines, that is, there are 8 data input lines, and F is the output line. And the lines A, B, C are called as select lines. So these select lines will help you to select which output has to be appeared at the output line. So it is called as select inputs. They are interpreted as a 3-bit binary number which is used to choose any one of the data lines to be the output on the output line F. So here we have shown the logical circuit of a 8:1 multiplexer. So we have made use of 8 AND gates with 4 input. So one input, basically it will be the data line. The other 3 inputs are from the select inputs. And finally all the output of the AND gate, it is connected to the OR gate in order to add and to obtain the output line F. So the truth table of this 8:1 multiplexer is such that it depends on the select lines. Whenever the select line is all 0, 0, 0, and here the truth table shows that which input line we are going to select. So if the select lines are 0, 0, 0, we are going to select the data input line D0 as the output. And if it is 0, 0, 1, it is D1. If it is 0, 1, 0, it is D2. If it is 0, 1, 1, D3. 1, 0, 0, D4. 1, 0, 1, it is D5. 1, 1, 0, it is D6. And if it is 1, 1, 1, we are going to select the last input line D7 as the output. So based on the truth table, we can construct the logical circuit as well as an equation can be framed which is shown at the bottom. So y you can write it as y is equal to a bar b bar c bar into D0 plus a bar b bar c into D1 plus a bar b c bar into D2 plus so on up to plus ABC into D7. So you can write the Boolean expression based on the truth table listed above. So coming to the applications of the multiplexer, it has got variety of applications like data routing, logic function generators, control sequences, and parallel to serial converters, etc. Next, we are going to learn about decoders. So what is a decoder? So the objective of a decoder is to decode an n-bit binary number producing a signal on one of the 2 power of n output lines. So the block diagram is shown below. So it consists of 3 input data lines. So this 3 input data line, it is coded as 8 output. That is n-bit binary number to 2 power of n output lines, and it is enabled with the help of an enable pin E which is shown at the bottom of the block diagram. So the block diagram shown here, it is a 3:8 decoder, that is 3 input and 2 power of 3 it is 8. So it is 8 output lines will be available. So a decoder is often implemented with an additional input such as an enable line as I told. So when the enable line is enabled, that is if it is 1, then only the circuit will perform the function of a decoder. Otherwise all the outputs will become 0. So whatever the figure I have shown, it is the logical circuit of a 3:8 decoder. So coming to the truth table of 3:8 decoder, initially if enable is equal to 0, it is considered as one of the input and other 3 input data lines are A, B, C. So these are the 4 inputs and output is Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4, Y5, Y6 and Y7. So the truth table says if enable is equal to 0, whatever the value of ABC, output is going to be completely 0 starting from Y0 to Y7. And if enable pin is made it as high, that is enable is equal to 1, then only it will start functioning as a decoder. And based on the input data ABC, if it is 0, 0, the output Y0 will be 1, remaining all it is 0. And in the next state, if enable is equal to 1 and ABC values are 0, 0, 1, then Y1 will be 1, remaining it will be 0. So this is how we are decoding a 3-bit data line into 8-bit data lines as shown in the tabular column, that is in the truth table. So the main application of this decoder is memory data access for reading and writing to random access memory. So in the microprocessors, you will be using this decoder in order to read or write the memory addresses. So this is the main application of the decoder. Next, it is flip-flop. So what is a flip-flop? So it is basically a bistable sequential circuit, that is the output has two states, either it will be in logic 1 or logic 0. And it consists of a basic bistable element with appropriate logic in order to control its state. And also it requires a clock signal to affect the changes in the input to clock. Clock is a rectangular signal with 50% duty cycle as shown in the next slide. So you can observe the block diagram of the flip-flop. It consists of one or more inputs along with a clock input, and the outputs are Q and Q bar. So normally the output Q and Q bar are complement to each other. And in the right hand side we have shown the clock signal which can be applied to a flip-flop. So the flip-flop can be designed such that either it can change its output state either with respect to the rising edge of the clock or falling edge of the clock. So rising edge is represented by orange color and the falling edge it is represented in blue color. So there are various types of flip-flops available. It is SR flip-flop, JK flip-flop, D flip-flop, T flip-flop and master slave flip-flop. So let us study one by one. So the first is SR flip-flop. So SR flip-flop consists of two input states S and R, which is named as set and reset, and the outputs are Q and Q bar. So this is the logical diagram of an SR flip-flop. So whenever set is equal to 0 and reset is equal to 0, you can say that there is no change in the output. And if S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, we can observe the output of Q will be 1 and Q bar will be 0. Whereas if S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1, that is if reset is equal to 1, the output becomes reset, that is Q bar will be 0. Q will be 0 and Q bar will be 1. So when both the inputs are 1, 1, it cannot be possible and hence it is named as an invalid state. So as I told, when both the inputs are 0, there is no changes in the output, that is the flip-flop will reside in the previous state. When S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1, that is R is equal to 1 means reset, so the output will be reset to 0. That is Q will be 0 and Q bar will be 1. And for case 3, when S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, set is equal to 1, so it will set the output to 1, that is Q is equal to 1, Q bar will be 0. And the last state where S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1 cannot exist as it is a forbidden state. So this is about the SR flip-flop. So in order to have the condition S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1, in order to implement this particular state, we will be going with the next flip-flop which is named as clock SR flip-flop. So that will be able to make use of this final state where S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1, and you will be able to get the output states Q and Q bar. So let us continue in the next video. Thank you.